Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back to another video today, and today we're going to be talking about the Houston Rockets making a decision on Jae'Sean Tate and his team option, as the Rockets have decided to pick up Jae'Sean Tate's $7 million team option. Very glad that the Rockets are doing this, even though probably don't want Jae'Sean Tate, in the future for this Houston Rockets team, as yes, he's been good for this Rockets team, but the Rockets are getting better. They're adding in more players, and he just as the years go by, he's more and more is not a part of the rotation. Last year was a year where Jae'Sean Tate at the end of the year was really not even a part of the rotation anymore, and he did play 65 games and started in 9, but only 16 minutes per game, which is the lowest he's ever had with the Rockets. The lowest before that was 22. He averaged 4.1 points per game with 3 rebounds per game, 1 assist per game, 1 steal per game, and almost a half a block per game. He's a terrible three-point shooter, shot 30% from 3, 31% career three-point shooter, only 1.2. He doesn't shoot the ball, though, so yes, 30%, but only on 1.2 attempts per game, and shot 47% from the floor. He's really good defensively and rebounding, though, and I will say he brings a great energy on the floor defensively, and not only defensively, but also, he brings great, energy and on both offensive and defensive end. So he's not like he's been bad for the Rockets. He just, as their team gets better and more talented, and more and more guys who need minutes over him, he's just slowly becoming not a part of this team anymore. Like, he's a good piece to have on the deep bench if the Rockets potentially get injured, or they need him, right? But I think he's a valuable asset. If you look at some contenders, I've always said this. I've seen so many other Rockets fans say this. Even people I know that are in my life that are Rockets fans say this. A couple close people to me that have told me that Jae'Sean Tate would thrive on a contender. I've had someone that told me, you put Jae'Sean. This was last year when the Celtics and the Nuggets were, the last couple years when the Celtics and the Nuggets have been two of the top teams in the Western Conference. But in the NBA, in the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference. But this was in the 22-23 season, and after that season was over, Nuggets were in the going to the NBA Finals. It was looking like the Celtics were potentially going to make it to the NBA Finals. They were in the Eastern Conference Finals against Miami, and this person told me that you put Jae'Sean Tate on a Denver Nuggets team or a Boston Celtics team or a contending team, he makes a huge impact. He's like a PJ Tucker. He's like a younger PJ Tucker, but without the 3-point shooting. Obviously, PJ Tucker is very impactful with his defense and his rebounding, but also you have PJ Tucker's 3-point shooting. Now, obviously, Jae'Sean Tate came into the NBA, was teammates with P.J. Tucker. Jae'Sean Tate does a lot that P.J. Tucker does that made him so valuable to the Houston Rockets all those years, or not just the Houston Rockets, also the Milwaukee Bucks winning an NBA championship, the Miami Heat. He's been big for those 3 teams right there that I just mentioned. So I think that Jae'Sean Tate would be great for a contender, and I think most likely the Rockets end up moving him this offseason. I really do. We'll see what happens with him. I mean, he's had multiple really good seasons with the Rockets. 2022-23 season averaged 9 points per game with 4 rebounds per game and 3 assists per game with 1 steal per game in 31 games, 7 starts. 2021-22 season was a starter for basically the whole year, 78 games, 77 starts, 26 minutes per game, 12 points per game, 5.4 rebounds per game, 3 assists per game, 1 steal per game, a half a block per game. Field goal percentage was 49.8%. and 26 minutes per game. And then his rookie year, in 70 games with 58 starts, 29 minutes per game with the Rockets, averaged 11 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, 3 assists per game, over 1 steal per game at 1.2, and a half a block per game. I don't want to see Jae'Sean Tate go because he's such a cool person. I've met him I was about to say a couple times, but I've met him once after a game, and he's a cool dude, and he's very loved by Rockets fans and the Rockets community. But I feel like if you pair Jae'Sean Tate with a Jock Landale and some draft picks, like 2 or 3 second-round picks, you could get something solid. So, let me know your thoughts. Or like if you put Jock Landale and Jae'Sean Tate with a first-round pick or 3 or 4 second-round picks, you very well could get a player who could come into this organization and help out. Let me know your thoughts on the roster move by the Rockets in the comment section, and peace out.